Cracking a white claw, cracking a white claw, cracking a white claw. Because I'm white and I'm cracking a white claw, cracking a white claw. And we're cracking white claws, cracking, crack, crack. Bruce is distracted because he's got some big shit going up in the north. Bruce has got to go see all of his gay lovers in Portland.
Dude, I got to make my rounds.
Yeah, I got
to go see all my other families.
All your, you got a little bit of hair flickering around.
What's that have to do with you?
I mean, I'm looking at it. You
Mind
know
your
what I
own
mean?
business
and
about
it's
what's on my
fucking
microphone.
grossing me out seeing an errant hair.
Pay attention to what's on your side of the table, dude.
Hey, folks, welcome to Bag Fries. My name's Kevin. Taking across me is Bruce Gray. Looking great, feeling great. Bruce, we're going to get into the zone. We're going to go full AM radio on you today and just go full. We're having a great time. You know what I mean? Bruce isn't in a hurry. He's not distracted at all. We are doing great. We got Tyler did you just fart?
No, that was just
Dude's over here farting on the show.
Jesus. Tyler Gizar over on the ones and the twos and the threes.
Remember,
and the
dude,
fours.
damn, remember how fun the last episode was when Tyler wasn't here?
It wasn't. I didn't like it. I missed having the Gweez around. And you know what? You know what he said, Tyler?
What was that?
Oh, you don't know what he said. So you didn't listen to the last episode.
That was a test, and you just failed the test.
Wow, interesting.
Damn, dude.
You know how many fans watch this and they're like, "Oh, if I could only get in the studio with those boys."
Yeah, and right now Tyler's barefoot and he has big club feet.
I had a prior podcast where all they did was make fun of my feet.
What's
Your
wrong?
feet?
Yeah.
Your feet are fine. Why are people
Look at how
tripping?
big they are.
Anyway, if you enjoy the pod, which is
They're thick.
we're all stand-ups, we're all friends, and we have a podcast where we just talk trash and just have a good time, and generally just do bits and whatnot, and it feels right, you know. And this is episode 195 of Bag Fries.
Dude, last week's episode was so fun. I don't even remember it.
Dude, that sometimes you're having so much fun, you don't even remember.
I
it.
was a little toasted.
You were toasted.
I was pretty drunk.
Yeah, you were drunk. It was not a great episode.
No, I truly do not remember the episode at all.
Yeah, you. It was a lot of you just not laughing at me, and
You being like, what the fuck? And me being like, yeah, dude. I don't remember it at all.
I mean, it's not that different than when you're sober, you know, where I'll be trying, I'll just be pushing, and you'll just be like,
You are pushing me, dude.
Anyway, so in the news,
In the news right now is that fucking asshole who works for Amazon on my street who takes all fucking day and night.
yeah, we had to reorder lights.
We are using two different lights right now, and you can tell. Look how dim this light is comparative to that brand new shiny one.
God damn this light,
Dude.
You know what I mean, folks? Oh, well, Pastor Gray is wiping off the sweat. I want to remind you to please subscribe to us on YouTube. That is the place where we, for some reason, have very few people checking it out. We got on YouTube. We get good, you know, at other places, but YouTube.
I've been getting tons of pussy on YouTube.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
My wife goes on there and she goes, yeah, well, she likes to tease. You know what I mean? She likes to send me like a picture of her that looks like a candid shot that a private eye would have taken. And
But really, it's her with a pencil up her butt, and she's putting it into the pencil sharpener. What kind of pencil sharpener your wife has in the classroom?
What kind of pencil sharpener your wife has?
In the classroom, what's your wife rocking with? Is she rocking with the auto?
An electric.
Is she?
Oh, gotta go electric.
No, wait, you got to go to the one on the wall where you grind that
Dude,
shit.
that shit's gone, buddy.
Really?
I haven't seen it in a while. I could be wrong.
Did a special needs kid rip it off the wall?
I know we have at least 2 teachers that listen to this podcast. So let us write into bagfriespod@gmail.com.
Are they armed?
And let us know if you got pencil sharpeners on the wall, because I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure no pencil sharpeners on the wall. Maybe it's just a California thing, you know, but who knows?
Yeah.
I know I'm rambling about pencil sharpeners. You know me. I can't help it.
I used to go over to that pencil sharpener, and I'd sit there and I'd grind it, and then I'd break it, and I'd grind it and grind it and grind it.
You talking about your dick?
And then when the teacher wasn't looking, there was this kid, Aaron, who lived with his grandma, and their house burned down. And when the teacher wasn't looking, I'd grind it, and I'd grind it, and I'd grind it, and then I'd reach over and I'd grab a handful of that kid Aaron's hair, and I'd go, "Pah!" And I'd yank him out of his seat, and then he'd go, "Ah!" And then the teacher would be like, "What happened?" I'd be like, "I don't know."
Dude, why would you do
No,
that?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I'm totally kidding. I wouldn't do that. But that is a true thing.
What? That you did it?
That no. No. The part about that kid Aaron is being true. And I remember
wouldn't
one
do
day,
that, and it's true, and I'm lying.
one day his grandma came into the class and announced to the whole class that Aaron was moving. Much of to Aaron's surprise.
No.
And then he
didn't know?
No, and then he left the class. And this girl, Destiny, when he left the class, was like, good. And everyone was like, ooh. And then Miss Tate came back in, and everyone was like, Miss Tate, when you left outside with Aaron's grandma, Destiny said that she's glad. And she was like, shut up.
Jesus.
High school drama.
Oh, this is 3rd grade.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, there was all kinds of drama. There was this Indian girl. No, maybe she wasn't Indian. Maybe she was like she was like Sikh or something.
I mean, I don't really see skin color, so.
And because mostly I went to elementary school with a lot of Sikh folks, and it was mostly a lot of Mexican folks and Sikh folks and a few black kids too.
Seeking you shall find.
Huh? Yeah, see, but there was this girl, something deep. I don't remember what. Exactly.
Per deep?
A lot of deep. That's a dope thing. I was talking to someone about this the other day. In Sikh culture, where it's a lot of like, I went to school with a kid named Sean Deep. Like
Yeah,
that's just like
that's sick.
but it's
That's
like
sick.
it's just you're throwing deep on the like Tyler
Yeah.
Deep, Kevin Deep, Bruce Deep.
Dude, I would love that.
What is it? You're just throwing it on the end of like
Kev Deep.
little spin on the end of it.
Kev Deep. I used to. I
Kev
went
Deep.
To,
That's sick.
I went to a school with a man preet.
I knew a couple man preets.
Yeah.
But this chick, in 2nd grade, our teacher's name was Miss Schmidt, and she was a big fat lady who I think she was a Pentecostal, and she played the piano
And they let her around kids.
in the class. And yeah, and she would take that big jean dress.
What do I
and
thought
she would
Pentecostal and pedophile were the same thing?
yeah. She would take that big jean dress and she would do a big step over one of the kids who was sitting down. She'd put the dress over and be like, where'd they go?
What?
And then they would go out and then the kid would come out and be like, ugh, man, Miss Schmidt's pussy smells so bad.
No.
And then she would be like, dun, 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 dun. She'd start playing Boston by Augustana on that shit. No, but that
Right in the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we're in the
When the Lord is really good.
we're in the classroom. She's playing the thing, and she's like, "Well, the back of the roadhouse, you got someone." And everyone's like, "What the fuck is Miss Schmidt doing?" But no, there was this girl who was Sikh, and not everybody, I wasn't involved, would give her shit and say that she was calling the teacher Mrs. Spit,
Dude,
which
honestly is probably true.
that she was doing it.
Yeah, because if they were going to make something up, they wouldn't have done it something so smooth. You know what I mean?
And this is pre 9/11 too.
Dude,
Yeah.
a different time.
Yeah, this is
Different
2000.
time. I remember I went through high school pre 9/11. You know, I had a whole different existence than you kids today, you know?
It's funny because they could never do that now the way that politics are. But I remember in 2nd grade, maybe it was 1st or 2nd grade during the election, the Gore-Bush election, and they did like a school-wide for all the kids to vote whatever.
Oh, I think we did that too.
And for the Gore and Bush thing?
Yeah.
Who'd you vote for, dude?
Oh, you know.
Who, dude?
My
Tell
grandma
us.
watched MSNBC.
Dude, no, let's tell us right now. Who'd you vote for?
Bush.
Oh, Gore, easy.
You did
No,
not vote
you
for
did
Gore
not
in
vote
elementary
for-
school.
Of course, what do you mean? Well, of course.
Dude, no,
I
you
care about the
didn't.
environment, dude.
No, you didn't, dude. In elementary school, you were
I don't
like,
even think he was talking about that yet.
dude, no, you did not vote for
Totally
Gore
voted
in the
for
thing.
Gore.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
No.
Are you crazy?
Bullshit.
I swear.
Did you tell your dad?
My dad doesn't know shit.
Dude, your dad would kill you if you voted for Al Gore.
He wasn't around, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he would have kicked your fucking teeth in if you voted for Al Gore.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I might have to now. I might have to put your dad on the phone. Let me tell him. Because I was literally going to say, I remember.
My dad would love to talk to you on the phone.
Oh, me and Tyler's dad get along fucking
Really?
swimmingly. Tyler's dad, out of everybody I've ever met, really gets it.
Really?
And just by thinking that I'm awesome.
On Christmas, we got drunk, and he posted a video on his Instagram, and he put the audio was Bernie Mac doing a bit about I don't give a fuck, and it's my dad doing a beer bong by himself in the backyard.
Dude, hell yeah. But anyways, for that school-wide election, I remember.
Recently?
This is last Christmas.
I remember they did that school-wide election thing, and let's just say Bush wanted a landslide. Mm-hmm. Even though it's funny because it was really not a lot of white people at all at the school, but Bush crushed it. And I remember I don't think we told anybody who, whatever, but some kid said that he voted for Al Gore in the school-wide election, and everybody was like, pussy! Like, this is like 2nd grade. We're like, you're a bitch. Like, Al Gore sucks. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, there were people didn't like Al Gore where I was from either.
Oh, no, of course not. Why would I have no nowadays I'd be voting for I'm a gorehead.
I have no idea. I don't really I've never really
This
paid
country
close
would have been
attention.
pretty everything would have been pretty sweet if Al Gore got elected, I think.
It'd have been the
Dude,
same.
It'd be a completely different country.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gone to Iraq. No, honestly, we probably would have done all the same shit.
You think Gore would have done like, I don't know. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's like
dude,
6
that-
wars still going on.
Bro, the shadow government doesn't care about who's
That's
the,
true.
the president, you
It is
know?
I'm going to be like Kevin.
I'm telling you, you know,
dude. This guy's out here fucking taking all day on the street with fucking my Amazon package with these lights because we can't start the podcast till the light goes. And Tyler's like, well, actually, it's his right to seize the means of production because I'm actually a communist. And if that guy who's delivering was also a communist, he's my brother. And the hammer and sickle is actually really cool.
Hammer
and
sounds like a representative, like a pillow and a hug. You know?
yeah,
It's
so
everything.
like whenever he's delivering Amazon packages, he should be really sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
This fucking asshole you saw him out there. Tyler changed his mind because Tyler was literally inside. He's like, well, you know, it's like you should never work too hard for a job because they'll kill you. And then Tyler walked outside and then came back in and he went, all right, he is going like one package at a time. Like Tyler saw what he was doing because the guy on the thing it said 6 stops away. I see him 4 apartments down, and he's grabbing one package and walking it like down the street and back, and then grabbing another one going the same direction.
Dude,
like
you know that guy
I fucking
is like
hate that guy.
If that guy was like like what Tyler says, like because I saw that guy, he didn't look like super like
Urgent?
gung ho or anything. He didn't seem like he was doing it for
fucking
a
communist.
reason. He's just
Tyler's
going
communist manifesto.
Yeah,
in his
man.
ears.
Like we're like me and the workers were like coming together, man, and like against the man, and it's kind of dope because like I'm just really slow at my job, and that's how that's how you get back at him, you know.
If we don't be careful, Tyler's going to try to unionize this podcast.
Dude.
I'm gonna fucking bust your ass, dude. I'm gonna be Jeff Bezos of this podcast. If you try to unionize this podcast, you're gonna get in big trouble from me, dude. I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be like Elon Musk. What is pretty funny about Elon Musk is that remember he offered the people at the plant. He said that if you don't unionize, he'll like build a roller coaster at
Did he really?
at work, which is something that you would be into. Tyler's all of a sudden he's figured out in his later stages of life that he's like the perfect size for a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so he keeps being
really
like,
got into him.
be like, dude, we gotta get on a roller coaster. I'm like, I've been on a million roller coasters.
I like roller coasters.
I don't have any issue with roller coasters, but Tyler, you do this thing where you've always done this thing where you find something and then you're like, this is it, and now you're like a roller coaster guy. You go from being like a
done that my whole
communist,
life.
you're like a communist, and then you're a roller coaster guy. Now you want to play Settlers of Catan. You're like a Catan guy.
He's
like,
a Catan head.
yeah, get him some nunchucks. He'll be a fucking nunchuck guy.
Yeah, he's gonna get really into Asian culture next.
I'll become a weeb,
and like
dude.
you're gonna start wearing like silk robes and like
Yeah, no, you'll be a geisha, not a weeb. You'll be at fucking Magic Mountain in your little robe and white face paint with
With the high
like with
sandals?
the wooden sandals and your eyes all taped back and be like, no, I'm appreciating culture.
you'd stand outside the door with your full geisha makeup on, like screaming, so we're not able to do the podcast.
Yeah, dude.
like this is who I am.
Once I bust up this podcast union, it's all over.
yeah, I know.
Tyler, what's your next big obsession? What are you looking into? Dude, what?
You want to have Tyler come over here, bro?
I thought we were all having a
You want
conversation. here.
Tyler, come over here.
Ah, yes, let's derail the entire podcast, the entire momentum of the podcast, so that what?
I mean, we can get him over.
All right,
here,
Kevin, what's going on? How's your day?
Dude, what?
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 We're all having a conversation.
Can I ask if Tyler we could have him over here?
Why are you doing this on purpose?
I'm not doing.
What? Don't.
I'm literally asking a question.
No, you're bringing it back to 2 episodes ago where you're
so much. I'm not trying to fight with you.
You
dude.
just did right
And you're
now.
doing
No,
this.
you just said this is insane. I'm being gaslit by you right now. This is gaslighting.
Okay.
I learned this from Tyler's Communist Manifesto.
All right.
No, right now what you're doing is you're sending it back to 2 episodes ago where you were like, you're sending it over to Tyler too much.
You are. You're sending it over Tyler a lot.
Right now we're
you
having
know?
a 3-person conversation in this moment.
No, I don't know. I feel like
You're right. We should derail the entire podcast.
I'm third wheeling over here. You know,
Then air up your wheel.
dude.
Maybe put some fix-a-flat in that motherfucker, huh?
Is that your pull yourself up by your
Yeah, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, dude. Jump on in.
Bruce has like all the terms from conservatives and liberals. He just uses them freely.
That's how you should live your life.
Bruce is a Renaissance man.
He just gave you a White Claw.
Dude, I'm fine. I asked one question, dude. Chill out.
You just right now, you
assume I'm trying to make you crazy by going like, hey, do you want to have Tyler?
No, that was just about, that was so passive aggressive what you just said. Hey, how about we bring Tyler over here, huh?
Yeah. What? I can't say it? Like I can't talk?
What are you saying? You can't talk? We were all talking.
Why are you trying to silence me, dude?
Oh my God. You're doing this. You know what you're doing.
I'm not.
You're a madman.
I'm not trying
No,
to
you're
do
evil.
this.
You're twisted.
Okay.
You have ulterior
wish
motives like that girl with red hair said.
Right, dude. Oh, man. That still breaks my heart.
It's good, dude.
Can I get one criticism of
No,
Bruce
actually, you're
help
supposed to
Kevin?
shut up.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not worried at all. I think we'll be all right.
Who?
No, I wish I had the ability that you're talking about and the insight to be like to
gaslight me.
Like this is second degree murder at least. Like I'm in the heat of the moment.
I think you're the getaway
and
driver.
and then the moment you go, hey. Wait, what do you? I go, okay,
No,
okay,
I know,
okay,
and then you're bumping it up to first degree murder.
every time you do it, and then I'm like, this is wait, okay, all right. Well, Bruce, come on. I want to be able to say, come on, bring Tyler over here. Come on. Now I get a little jealous sometimes.
We're having a conversation.
No, but I get a little jealous.
We were having a threesome, and then you got mad because Tyler licked my penis one too many times.
Exactly, dude. All right, I'm sorry, Tyler. I apologize.
I got enough. There's enough
No,
peanut.
no apology. I love you, Kevin.
All right, well, you understand what's happening.
Yeah, I know. He did offer us White Claws, but he also did give us Ruby Grapefruit.
I got 5 of them in there.
And
I grabbed 3 of them.
I have no
I didn't even
problem
look
with
at the
that.
fucking flavor. I got
I
raspberry.
would not-
That's a good flavor.
I don't look a gift claw in the mouth. You know
I
what
grabbed
mean?
3 of them and I handed out 2 of them. I didn't grab them and be like, "That's you 2 evil fucks grabbing them." And be like, "Ooh, let me give the worst flavors to my friend.
I like the
Let
Ruby.
me take the best flavor." No, I had 5 of them, which I bought for these are from Comedian Cinema Club.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bought them. I gave them to everybody. Everyone drank the beer. Nobody drank the White Claw. I brought the White Claw home. Took it out of the show's budget. And then these are paid for with our hard work.
That's very true. That's very true.
I didn't even pay myself for that show.
Wow.
That's how selfless I am.
I thought I was supposed to get twice as much.
No, you're lucky you got anything.
Interesting.
I gave that. That's
I went out there and
That's a socialist show, dude.
I humiliated myself for
You
that
did?
paycheck.
I humiliated myself for
Dude,
nothing.
I watched some of the footage. I'm a big boy. I'm a big
and that
boy,
outfit you
man.
are. You're dressed like slutty Mike TV.
Yeah, dude. It was- oh man, I look back and I'm just like, ugh. I just gross myself out. But you know,
Hey, speaking of though,
it gets the job done.
Comedian Cinema Club, August 26th in Los Angeles. Also, this will come out on Monday, huh? I'll have a few shows left. If you're in, Portland area,
Yeah,
Salem,
yeah.
Albany, hit me up.
Yeah,
Go to my
Bruce-
Instagram. I got shows.
Bruce is going to be out of Los Angeles for almost a month, right?
No, 10 days.
Basically a year. And
wish.
so
I would
he
love
is,
to leave
he is
again.
abandoning us, the family here, the Bag Fries family,
Yeah.
and he's going out to get cigarettes. Yeah, but you'll be up in Portland. I'm jealous again, dude.
I just want to go to bars and
I'm
play
jealous
video
again.
poker is my entire motive.
You go to bars and play video poker? Dude, we could
It's the only
do
reason-
that. Let's
only
just
reason
go.
I want to go.
You know, we ought to go to the local casino around here.
No, I just wanna
Is there
play
any
out.
reservations around here?
No, they have card rooms in Commerce and shit, but
Yeah.
I just want to play cards on my computer, be left alone, dude. Go on some heaters again. I had a good week. There was probably an 8-day period where I went from $40 to like $2,400 in online
Yeah.
blackjack without putting any extra money in.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
That was good. But you do have a problem.
No, I have the opposite of a problem. I have a solution, which is the problem.
To
I'm
just-
smart enough to know
gamble
that
more?
I was winning so much, and then I stopped
Yeah.
playing because I was winning too much.
What if I paid you to play with my money and I get a certain percentage back? Would you do that?
Yeah, I wouldn't guarantee anything. And I'd also probably play very irresponsibly. When I was playing with my
Play
money,
till it's gone.
even at a certain point, I was playing $100 a hand blackjack, and I was still playing by the book.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
just like playing what needs to be doubled, what needs to be split, where you're supposed to hit. Because I don't like to hit on like 15, 16, I get really iffy about that shit, but
Not Chris D'Elia.
Motherfucker's doubling on that shit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Dude, can I tell you I got fucking set up yesterday?
What? How?
So Brian hits me up, and he goes,
Brian Vokey?
yeah, enemy of the pod. He hit me up, and he's like, hey, dude, he's like, there's a guy who I produce a podcast for. He said, gets big numbers, and this guy, he does the podcast with a guy that was in jail with Charles Manson for 10 years.
A guy with a guy who was with a guy.
Yeah, a guy with a guy who was with a guy. And he was like, I know you know a lot about the Charles Manson stuff, and it was the anniversary
Well,
of
you were there.
Oh, yeah, I was the guy who was buying the stolen radio from that guy who got shot. That's who got fucked the hardest in all the Manson stuff. This guy, Stephen Parent, he was literally, he was a stereo thief, so that's, it comes around, goes around. But he was there on the grounds of the Tate House because he went there to sell a stolen radio to his homeboy, whose name escapes me, but he was the caretaker of the property, younger guy, who just like mowed the grass and whatever else. And
Really?
he went to sell a stereo to that guy, and then he was leaving, and that was when the evil hippies broke in, and he was literally driving down the driveway in his car, and Tex Watson just went by and was like, bah, 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 and killed his ass.
For real.
Killed the radio thief, Stephen Parent. But
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, dude.
I've watched a lot of that shit, and I don't know how I didn't realize that. Also, I'm losing my memory.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's been very fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second. Did I know that? I didn't know
Can't
that.
even remember where my dick is.
So how did you get set up?
Oh, I got set up because Vokey hits me up to do this. It all worked out in the end. Vokey hit me up to do this, and then was like, he's like, yeah, it'll be cool. Like, you'll be talking to this guy who was in jail with Manson. Like, you can ask him whatever. And the guy who's hosting the podcast doesn't know as much about Manson. He's like, and neither do I. He's like, I know you know a lot, so do you want to do it? And I was like, fuck yeah. He said he gets big numbers. And then I get there, I sit down, and the other guy, they're about to dial, the Manson guy's dialing in on Zoom.
Big numbers.
And other guy is pulling up, and then Brian was like, yeah, so one of the guys is on Zoom, and he's actually originally is the founder of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Oh shit.
who since reformed his life and left the brand is what it's called. But he's like, literally, like, I get there and I sit down, I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, yeah, so this guy founded the Aryan Brotherhood. He's going to be zooming in right now. And I was like, what? And then he was like, hey, you here? And then answers the phone and go gets the other guy. And so it's just me, and then the guy had just zoomed in, so it's just me and the guy
Yeah.
from the Aryan Brotherhood.
One of your brothers.
Yeah, one of my brothers, one of the guys from the brand, and he was cool. He was totally. I'm not talking shit at all.
Like the hippie guy?
It kind of looks like Jackson Brown's corpse. Yeah. So that he very, very cool guy, very smart guy, very interesting guy.
Brown's
And
corpse. Jesus.
he was really cool. Like he was
Yeah.
very cool. It was a very fun podcast.
Yeah.
But it was just very funny that I get there and immediately Vokey's like, all right, so and I was like, what the fuck? Why
That
didn't
is
you
very
tell
funny.
me this before?
Those guys are the best. I love those guys that have redemption arcs in their life.
That's
Like,
that entire
big
podcast is like a big
redemption.
redemption thing.
That I love that. I think that's why Christianity was so appealing to me for so long, is because you get to see people who have gotten their shit together, at least a certain degree.
Yeah, 100%.
That have these stories. They're like, oh, yeah, I used to kill a little girl every Tuesday. Yeah, could not walk the streets without murdering and killing and I actually ruined the air supply for the whole world. But that was the old me, that was before I found the Lord, And now I'm a new man. I got 7 kids, and me and my wife, we live on a farm now, and we praise the Lord, and we make Bible cases.
Bible cases? Is that
Bible cases that go to survivors of my murderous rages.
Yeah, you give people the Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a cool guy, and he was a very interesting guy, and he had, I feel like I got some interesting questions in there to ask him, and talking about some interesting. The podcast is called, like, The Damage Done, or Damage Doing the something about damage. I don't I don't remember. Apparently it's pretty popular, though.
I got to check it out. It sounds good. If they got the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood, I mean, that's a big get.
But he was an interesting guy.
Ex-leader.
He's just somebody that was in jail for a long time, so he speaks in paragraphs, So it's like, that if you ask him a question, it's going to be a very long answer. So I had to kind of like pick and choose. There's a few things where I had like more questions, but I was like, that's going to be too long of an answer, I think.
Do you think the algorithm that iTunes or wherever this gets filtered through is like just picks up like podcast? Okay, we got this podcast. They've said communism 12 times. They've said Aryan Brotherhood 7 times. Like. Do you think that's happening? Like we're being monitored that heavily?
No, I don't think there's really an algorithm for that kind of stuff for just podcasting.
Wait, Tyler said yeah?
Yeah, they make it. When if you click on a podcast on YouTube or Spotify, you can read it as a transcript.
But that's an option you could select to have it transcribed, and I believe ours is set to not transcribe.
Oh, that's pretty.
You probably put it into a program. You probably put it into a program, and it'll transcribe the whole thing.
Yeah, but all anybody that gets it has to do is use that program. Or
yeah,
like
but I
if
mean
there's
that's
an
like,
algorithm.
That's not for anybody except for like Twitter journalists who want to pull up a Joe Rogan episode and be like, he said vaccine 9 times. Yeah. Like these just crazy, like
Yeah, but those are.
psychotic Twitter people that are drooling on their phone.
Are you talking about tomorrow's?
I'm a stand-up comedian, and comedy is actually evil to do. It's like these people whose fucking
I will not
eyeballs are
make
fucking
fun of myself anymore.
Yeah. People whose eyeballs is bulging out of their head, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
comedy's actually bad, and that's why I do it every single night, even for no money, because I've never gotten paid for comedy.
And that's why I'm so bad at it. It's because that means I'm good because comedy itself is bad. So when I'm bad at it, I'm actually good.
Hi, I'm the worst comedian you've ever seen in your life. Here's my opinion about the comedy.
Yeah. Dude, so what is a woman? You know what I mean? Like, let's really get down to it.
Yeah. We should have Owen Benjamin on, dude.
I'm starting to think like we might need to just like go full bore, just like try to get everybody on here just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
And then we could have Owen Benjamin in your home.
Yes.
If we get any, just
Jesus.
a lot of people. I think I've shared this. I don't know if I've shared this on a podcast before. We used to have a lot of guests on for Rippin' and Skippin', and I'm not going to say who it was, but it was me. And
I told this story to somebody today.
Did you really?
I know what story you're about to tell, and I told somebody else this today because I thought it was so funny. But please do tell it.
Had a guest on the pod, and then we're like, "Hey, we're gonna go up in the patio and vape or smoke cigarettes." Like I think we were smoking. I was smoking at that time, and guy didn't come up for a while. So then I go back down to the house, and dude's making himself a big ass sandwich in the kitchen,
Like a Scooby-Doo sandwich.
Like, well, there were because I don't have to exaggerate that there was 3 pieces of bread in this sandwich.
Like a piece of bread in the middle?
Yes, dude.
That's so nuts.
That's
That's 2 sandwiches.
Dude.
He made himself 2. He literally Scooby-Doo. Did he put it in his mouth and swallow, and there was a big lump, and he's like, because I was literally telling Vokey about how funny I think that guy is.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And then I was like, did you ever hear about the sandwich story with him? And he was like, what's up? Like,
yeah.
Was he...
Well, and I remember because it was me and Evan were recording there, and we just have people over. So Ben and Jace weren't involved other than the fact that it was in their garage because it's the same place we did Brain Jail. And so I remember like Ben and Jace were both like, what the fuck? Like very kind of like pissed about it. Like not like very pissed. But
They were like, why would you do
They
that?
were more bothered than I was because I thought it was just funny that somebody would do that. And
That is one of the
kinda
more
not even-
inappropriate things you could. It's like that and jacking off.
You just
It's like if you're gonna do that, you may as well be jacking off while you do it in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. It was just very odd.
Because if we had somebody over for the podcast and they were like, "Can I use your restroom really quick?" and I was like, "Yeah," and then they came back out and they're like, "Yeah, I just jacked off." What would you say? What would you say if Tyler came in today and he was like, "Oh, I got to go to the bathroom real quick," and they came out, he's like, "Dude, sorry, I had to jack off."
I mean, we have a friend. that does that.
Who?
I don't want to say, but
No.
we have a friend that will I don't know what to say very regularly, but will jack off.
Oh yeah, and that's also the start of his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'll bust his ass.
Because it messes.
on purpose.
I'll bust if he comes. Next time if he comes over here, I'm gonna pick the lock and be like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing,
Dude, you remember the days of being so horny that it was affecting how you would interact.
I'll
with
jack
the
off at
world?
anyone's house, but not just willy nilly.
Yeah.
If I've ever stayed the night at your house, best believe I cranked it up in that motherfucker, dude.
If I'm gonna jerk it in my friend's house, this is how I do it.
I'll do it.
First off,
No questions
I
asked.
gotta wet noodle it, because I don't get there. I don't maintain an erection any longer than it takes me to ejaculate. It's always like it's very hard to do. So and then right when I'm about to go, I'll always plunge the head of my penis into the toilet water so that there's never any mess anywhere.
Toilet water.
Yeah, you got to plunge the head of your penis into the toilet water.
Like above, not in.
No, like in. You got to put it in there so that you don't accidentally
don't.
shoot loads all over your buddy's bathroom.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
Of course I'm joking.
Okay. No, I legitimately thought you were serious, that you were like getting like down into the toilet, like in like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I was just I had to finish the story, but it was not true.
I'm jacking it.
The bacteria, dude.
In the toilet?
Oh yeah.
Not as bad as what's on your phone, folks. It's on your phone and it's in your house. What is it?
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Dude, monkeypox is bad news.
There's shit all over your phone, Tyler.
Is it true that what I was told about monkeypox is that if you bite your fingernails, pick your nose, rub your eyes, then that's like the thing to get monkeypox?
How am I going to do all my physical comedy?
I know. And then I had said this in the group chat, but man, add sex with men to that, and I'm a goner, folks. Come on. No, there's nothing more I love than picking my nose and biting my fingernails in whichever order.
Yeah. I try. I have clippers in my car, so that I don't bite my fingernails. Because if they're too long, it just bothers the hell out of me.
When was the last time you crushed a booger?
Crushed it? What do you mean?
Fucking...
No, I try.
You try.
I try.
When was the last time?
I try to stay away from the old booger eating fiasco.
When was the last time?
Dude, come on.
That buddy. You got a good one and you were just like, let's fucking go to
You're making me
hometown buffet.
You're making me sick almost, like thinking about it.
When was the last time?
Dude, it's gotta be decades at this point. Now,
what about you?
What I have done, Bruce, I will say, I do remember a time when I picked my nose and I was not in a place where I should have been picking my nose. And there was a lot
Sounds like a Johnny Cash song.
I was in a place I shouldn't been picking.
One time I was picking my nose, and I picked a big booger, and I could not get caught.
But I
ate my bug.
I do remember being.
And you crushed it?
And I put it in my mouth, and then I remember I was
you switched it around a little bit.
I remember held it in my mouth because it was like literally like, what the fuck? Like there is like, how did this And I'm in history class, and then just like later on, like looking under my armpit, and then spitting it on the ground.
No, dude, if it's there, it's there.
Dude.
When was the last time you crushed one, Tyler?
I plead the fifth.
No, dude. Why? We're all answering honestly.
No.
You a booger eater? Yeah,
I
dude.
used to be a big booger eater.
No, you gotta crush one, dude.
Everybody picks.
There's nothing wrong with crushing a boog, dude.
Once I was in daycare,
dude, I'm literally getting nauseous a little.
No,
bit.
dude.
Once I was in daycare and it was dark and we were all laying down on our stomachs watching a movie, and I thought it was dark, and I pick a big one, dude, and then I just eat it, and I just look to the right, and there's like 6 kids looking at me, and one of them just like, tastes good.
Oh, that's you can't get caught. If you get caught, you cannot get caught. Yeah, I would rather get caught like murdering someone than eating a booger.
Yeah,
and I'll crush them, dude.
That's why I'm against
dude.
front-facing cameras on computers, because dude, you know there's some sort of scheme out there where a guy's hacked into your computer and a guy's on there just like the justice of the peace, and he's just fucking just digging and munching down, and some guy's just like, we got footage of you picking for gold.
I would say post that shit.
Oh, dude, I felt so bad for this kid who was on I was watching this debate with that guy Andrew Tate, and these 2 kids were on there. They were like 15, and they were like fans of Andrew Tate, and one of them, someone highlighted on Reddit, just blew up the one guy's image, and he eats a booger on stream with everyone.
See, dude.
And there was like 100,000 people watching.
Amazing.
See, that's what you can't do.
Yeah,
you got to know. You got to know your moments. If you're in the car,
you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them.
Literally, it could not be more true. So you got to know when to flick them, know when to stick them,
and know when to.
Oh, dude, you got to crush one.
Lick them.
You got to crush it every now and then. It's good for your immune system. Mm-hmm. By every now and then, I mean hourly. Every hour on the hour, a timer goes off on my phone, and I'm just like, boom.
Do you really, dude?
Not every hour, but I'll crush them, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I know
You gotta crush them, dude. Enough of the fucking stigma. All right, you know what, dude? I'm gonna come out. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a big part in a movie. I'm gonna do this whole thing. You know when people get popping and then they have like a cause all of a sudden, and they're like, I actually was, I took a shit on set and the director said that stinks and I was uncomfortable, like that kind of thing, like that type of thing. I'm gonna come out and be like, booger eaters need to be accepted in society.
We should start a whole religion where that's like booger eaters should do that, and like part of the religion is you have to shit in public.
Yeah.
And then you like when they like.
See, I don't really shit in public that much because I don't like sitting on pee.
I don't like shitting in public either, but I do like the idea of something so appalling being part of your religious belief, and then
or
people
just add it into the
around it.
LGBT.
Like he's shitting.
QIABE booger eater. I would. I mean, if I could get some kind of diversity for being a booger eater, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I got to get something for just being. I mean, we're probably fat enough, Bruce.
To get what?
We're like BBWs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BBMs.
Big.
Nobody gives a fuck about fat dudes.
No, nobody gives.
There's
a
no
fuck
plus
about,
size.
Nobody gives a fuck about dudes. Period.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I don't give a shit.
Get some action in here for crushing a boog. No, dude. If I had a good boog right now, I'd crush it on air.
Dabbing the sweat.
It is.
down.
It's so hot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I keep making the mistake of taking a shower right before the podcast, so I come out here with all these open pores.
Look, brothers and sisters, you think eating a booger, the Lord can see through your booger eating.
You eat a booger, the Lord knows.
What percentage of people do you think eat their boogers?
Look, I've looked it up. Folks, and it's at least 70%. Dude, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm fucking all over the place.
Yeah, you really are, and you didn't even get me another one.
I didn't know if you wanted one.
I'd love another.
And
one.
I was accused of giving you guys bad flavors already.
That's true, but I'll take another one.
Tyler doesn't speak for me.
Why don't you feel some air?
Dude, you
I
fucking
pulled up a percentage of people that pick their nose.
do it.
No, let me hit you. I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna say the issue.
It's the information gathering is going to be very difficult.
It's going to be bad because a lot of people are going to be like you, Tyler, where you tried to plead the fifth on that, and a lot of people are not going to be cool with admitting that they're a booger crusher.
Yeah, Tyler just picked his nose and ate.
Because you got to think whatever it says, Tyler, that's at least double.
Yeah. So what percentage of people do you think pick their nose, and what percentage of people do you think pick it and eat it?
People that pick their nose, that's going to be 60%.
Ooh, no way. I'm going to say like 80.
Give me it.
90.
Yes! There we go.
See, I was better.
This is like this is like
Bruce did the math. He's like, yeah.
yeah. This is like on the election night where that guy has the big map. And he's like, we got over here. We have a new booger eater in Jackson County, Missouri. Like we have found another booger eater.
Majority wins.
And eating it, that's going to get down about 10-12%.
All right. I got one study here that goes as high as 44%.
Let's go, dude.
Jeez.
44%.
Let's go.
Of booger eaters. Of booger pickers.
What age?
Our booger
44% of booger pickers.
So there's 90% of people, then there's 44% of 90.
So that's about 30-ish. That's what's up, dude. We're fighting back. We're making a charge.
How did they get those numbers? Did they go into like a detail of like what the study was?
Yeah, the census didn't ask me shit about eating my boogers. Otherwise, I would have been like, I'm the king.
I'll read you the sentence.
They're outside
Stefan
of-
Gates, in his book Gastronaut, discusses eating dried nasal mucus and says that 44% of people he questioned said they had eaten their own dried nasal mucus in adulthood and said they liked it.
So that's only talking about dry boogers.
Dude, who are these honest people?
He's not talking
I
about
know, right?
I did it, and I loved it.
Well, he's talking about the dry boogers. He's not talking about those noise oysters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the
when you pick a dry piece and you pull, and then a whole
dude,
slug
we
comes out?
can't.
dude.
We got to stop.
What? This is welcome to Booger Eaters podcast.
I don't know. I'm
The
just,
next week, that's gonna be a big nose instead of some fries.
It's gonna be the nose from what's that game show on Nickelodeon?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Double Dare.
Double
With the-
Dare,
Double
dude.
Dare, dude,
I'm
yeah.
telling you,
that shit used to gross me out too.
You've been talking about an angle. An angle and a podcasting angle. You know what the podcasting angle is? Two guys not afraid to eat their boogers and tell the world about it.
I'm not eating my boogers on the TV.
You're going to.
On the TV.
On the TV.
I ain't eating my boogers on the TV.
What, y'all guys doing some kind of TV show in there? No, dude, you're going to eat your boogers and you're going to like it.
I don't want to do it.
No, you're going to get found out?
Dude,
like one of these people that's an
My
influencer?
family
There's
there's been a long line of anti-booger eating. Okay?
Bullshit.
Look, hey,
for kids, I think
my
it's like drugs and
son-
cigarettes. If you're a kid, don't
Hey,
be eating your boogers.
buddy, my son, I've gone into his room and found a cup full of boogers.
Should have gave it to me and Tyler.
Dude,
Music spoons. Those little ice cream samples.
Yeah,
I can't talk about. I know there's somebody out there that literally is turning it off right now. They're just like, no.
We've done.
This is everyone who listens to this podcast is a fucking booger eater by definition, by default. These are a bunch of booger eating. You think those people on the folks on the
I
Discord
need another White Claw.
aren't eating their boogers? Dude, they're eating them. They're crushing them.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. The only thing that I've done that's real gross, I used to floss with my underarm hair.
Okay, that's a lot. See, that's so much worse. That's so much worse than crushing a booger. Is that true?
No.
Yes, it is.
But I did do a freestyle rap when I was like 12.
That's even worse.
That talked about, that is worse. That is worse. No, that was the main thing, was it being gross. And it was about me flossing my teeth with
I'm
my
going to start a
hair.
fucking movement, dude. I'm going to start a movement of adult booger eaters.
Dude, you're going to have a bowel move.
Yeah, ABE, bunch of honest Abes in here, adult booger eaters.
Adult booger eaters.
Honestly, it's got to be like a protected class.
Is there a subreddit? Pull it up.
I'll look.
Yeah, Tyler, find us a community.
See if we can get plugged in.
Yeah, see if we can find some. There's probably conventions.
There's got to be.
You know what, dude? When I was a kid, my family at Thanksgiving dinner, there was no turkey, no mashed potatoes,
Shut the fuck up.
no stuffing. Everyone just blew their nose onto a newspaper.
And then they pass to your left.
Dude, if I fucking puke on this podcast,
Oh, dude. Why are you going to puke? Love yourself. You're in the closet, brother. Young brother, you're in the closet. Yeah. I'm going to be. What do we got?
I just found a convo on Reddit, and this is the top. It's got 64 likes. It says, I eat my boogers. Is there something seriously wrong with me? And then he explains a bunch of stuff. Top comment has more likes. It says, you're not the only one who does this, There's hundreds of us.
Hundreds. See, but this motherfucker is even doubting himself because he doesn't realize there's millions.
Yeah, you're absolutely.
Next comment. Maybe
Dude.
it's time for a subreddit.
Dude,
And the next comment's
if
deleted.
you go in some Asian cultures specifically,
The booger is the most delicate. Yeah, Gyro dreams of boogers. Is that guy with that sushi restaurant? And it's like this Asian guy. He's got the best boogers in the world.
It's
he
Jiro.
gets boogers from everybody.
no. You honestly,
But his son doesn't make good enough boogers, so
honestly,
he won't let
dude,
him take over.
You go to China, you go to Japan right now.
China.
If you go to China right now, I'm telling you, everybody has long pinky fingers, and you know why? Pinky nail fingers, digging gold,
Shut up.
100%.
Everyone in China.
Not everyone.
I think that's a racist thing to say.
Look it up.
Chinese booger eating finger.
Do long pinky nail, and then Japan.
And there's got to be like
I feel like it's China. It's because it is. Somebody told me it was correlated to the how bad the air quality is there.
Oh, they probably got some crunchers.
Dude, yeah,
Some
because
choppers and
There's
some
just
rippers.
like there's the whole world's industry is just in your nose. So you got to just like pop it out with a long fingernail.
Yeah, that's what's up.
People think it's a coke nail. It's not. It's a booger picking nail. And this is stuff. And Tyler's, Tyler's having trouble sorting through all the information.
Well, he's
right
on
now.
some crazy Chinese website that's saying, do not give away the booger eating secret. That's how they live forever. That's how Japanese people live forever, is they crush their
Oh,
books.
damn. I mean,
What we got?
first thing I found just happened is saying, why do so many Chinese guys have a really long pinky nail? Top comment, booger finger.
Told you, dude.
Maybe I'm Chinese.
I think you might be Chinese. You'd be so much more comfortable in that culture. Dude, let's grow out our pinky nails.
I might. No, I'm a nail biter. What we got about nail biters, though, dude?
No. Hey, don't try to change the subject.
I got a lot going on.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, that's what it is. My good friend Kim told me about that.
What's her last name? Kim?
No,
Kim?
Kim Nguyen.
Kim Nguyen?
Nguyen.
That seems like that might be
South
Vietnamese.
Yeah, South Vietnamese. Oh yeah, she taught me so much. She was so fun. I was a good friend of mine. Yeah, but she
Was
would always
she? What side was she on in the war?
whichever. Well, she was on our side. Well, I mean,
good
she was
for
a
her.
child. And I mean, she was a baby, or she was a baby, and but she.
I'm gonna open a fucking booger restaurant, dude.
But they escaped from. So a lot of South Vietnamese got land from America for helping America
In
out.
America or in
Yes.
Vietnam?
No, in America.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them, the land that they got was in Fresno. And there's other little pockets throughout the U.S. where the United States gave land to these Vietnamese people that helped the U.S. during the Vietnam War. And Fresno is one of them, which is why we have this huge population of Vietnamese and Hmong, cultures and things like that.
Speaking of Fresno, can I tell you a crazy story I heard last night? Friend of mine, I don't want to get too in depth here. Friend of mine, very wealthy dad, that on her mom's side,
This type of storytelling gymnastics where you can't.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's hard.
It
But you don't want
to. I'll be like, a friend. Yeah, okay.
Friend of mine.
Friend of mine, wealthy dad.
Because I'm trying to let you know who I'm talking about without letting everybody know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so, very wealthy dad. On her mom's side,
Is it Katrina Gates?
yes, but Katrina Gates, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates' daughter. Yeah.
So, on her mom's side,
I love this smoke floating in the air.
in like
It looks
up,
good.
I forget exactly where, out near like, past like Porterville, somewhere nearish Porterville, like Springville, like in the middle of fucking.
Pause real quick. If you're listening to this, go to YouTube and watch us on YouTube because we have like a nice fog.
Vaped
of
out.
vape smoke in here.
You know what flavor I'm smoking on today?
What are you smoking on today, buddy?
I'm smoking on them boogers, son.
Yeah.
That's like me. I get jelly beans. I only eat the booger flavor, dude.
Super salt booger ice.
Super salt booger ice, dude.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
So she was telling me about this thing, dude. Her grandma, no, I'm sorry. Her great great grandpa on her mom's side staked a claim on some land in like the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And there's like these hills out there. And so it like passed down through her family, like they're fucking poor as shit. And then her grandpa, on her mom's side, her grandpa was like living out there and was like, I know there's gold out in these hills, there hills. And everyone's like, fucking shut up, you crazy old man.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. And then, because her dad had some dough,
Yeah.
he was like literally on the verge of death, her grandpa, verge of death, and was like, and her mom was like, hey, I think it would be nice, as like a nice thing for him, we get some people to go see, check out the hills.
Yeah.
Just for him, check out the hills, see what's up. So they hired these geologists to go out there, and they came back and they were like, hey, no easier way to put this, there's a fucking shitload of gold up there.
Really?
There is a lot of gold in these. There is a whole fucking lot of gold up there.
This geologist all of a sudden gets a lamp and he's like, there's gold.
Literally
in
was
them
like,
hills.
there's a lot of gold, and this is
Dude,
to you too, because your stepdad who had fucking gold fever. It's got caught gold fever pretty later. I don't know if you've ever heard that. His stepdad got gold fever.
Not stepdad. My mother's first husband had gold
That's
fever.
what I
He's
call
like
step.
standing behind a Taco
No,
Bell.
literally like gold fever. Like literally like went out into
Literally
the hills.
moved the family, sold all of their stuff to purchase mining equipment, and then had my mom and her two kids living in a mining camp while he would go out and mine for gold.
And this is like in the 70s.
Generated his
1970s.
own. Yeah, in the 70s, generated his own power from a wheel mill that was on his property that the government came in and tore down.
Do you know how he died?
He was like,
He had made a water-powered car, and then they did a mass shooting on him. The government did it.
Wow.
that's not true. What is
That's
that?
not true. That's just every time there's like a shooting or like some kind of government event, they're like, well, actually, there was this guy who had made a water-powered car, and the government wanted to kill him.
Y'all,
I swear to God.
y'all may think it was Dylan and Klebold and whatnot. No, sir.
But anyways,
there was an H2O car down the street at Columbine.
She
Everybody
was
knows this.
explaining to me how she's been like having to go out with like all these like there's literally they have like a gold mine up there now. They're like mining gold out there.
And they're going to be multimillionaires.
Oh, this person was already very wealthy.
That's how it goes.
But her mom's family was not. Like this is literally like a claim her mom's family didn't have money staked in like 1800s because her parents are also pretty old.
But they never touched it.
But they never touched it, and they literally were like, "Hey, as a nice gesture to this dying old man, let's just see if there's gold." No bullshit.
Dude, think about the life-changing decision that was in the 1800s, whoever bought it and never looked.
Oh yeah, you were just happy to look.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But their whole family lineage would have been completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they could have been the Procter and Gamble or something.
Procter and Gamble.
I'm just saying.
But anyways,
that's always
now
the
she was
family
explaining
name
to
I
me
hold.
like how she's had to like go through all these fucking things of like mining quartz and like all this crazy shit she was
Yeah.
explaining to me last night. I was also pretty drunk.
Yeah. I've been watching.
And I was trying to hear this story over Quentin Tarantino screaming about nothing 5 feet away from me. I don't like that guy, dude.
Oh, how dare
I mean, I love his movies. I love
he
everything.
drunk?
He's wasted.
Hell yeah. Come on,
he's
give him a break.
retired, right? He's done making movies.
No, he's going to make one more eventually.
Yeah, last night he's
okay.
like, I'm making a porno. No, he doesn't. But he's just.
right.
I love his movies. I love his movies. But I've been around him twice, and he's a fucking annoying guy.
Yeah, hot take,
There's a
dude.
pretty famous story of like Fiona Apple saying she hung out with, I think it was Paul Thomas Anderson and Quentin Tarantino, and said that it drove her insane.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
it drives me
imagine.
insane.
Well, I mean, honestly, and like really drunk people too, like that are super comfortable with who they are and being themselves, are can be overwhelming too.
Well,
you
it
know
was
what I mean?
like,
God, I would love to experience that.
yeah, you could have just been there last night with me.
You need to call me every time now.
No. Because then there was a fucking morons in there last night. We were in the back bar at the Comedy
a
Store.
line of morons.
It was one of those things where when the Comedy Store is a great place to take advantage of something.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it before where Dave Chappelle is in the kitchen bar smoking a cigarette, and so all of us are like, well, we're inside, may as well fucking smoke a cigarette if this guy is. So then everyone starts smoking a cigarette. Last night, Tarantino was smoking pot in the back bar, and I was like, the guy who gives that, the Speedweed guy, Gino, great guy, had given us all joints, and so I was like, well, I may as well light up a joint in here while
Yeah.
I'm inside the comedy. You know, so it's like taking advantage. But also, there's so many fucking idiots, these fucking losers, who just like sneak around to things and like wedge their way into like a conversation circle where a famous person is, and they're like, "Dude, you're like, can we take a shot together? Because you're like my hero, dude." And it's like, dude, that is the biggest fucking. It drives me nuts because it's like this is a place where you're supposed to be able to come and hang away from fucking morons like you.
Yeah.
And you fucking sneak your way into this
Yeah.
thing, and you're like, dude, you're like my. It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah. I remember
Like
I
you're a
brought my,
fucking loser.
I brought Flora and her friend from Argentina, and I told them, like, whatever happens, whoever we see, don't say anything. Just be cool and walk by and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then we walked by, which I guess I didn't know David Letterman is huge in Argentina. We walked by David Letterman and Mark
huge
Maron
everywhere.
having a conversation. So we walked within, like, inches of them.
Wait, Letterman was there?
Yeah, Letterman was hanging out.
remember that, yeah.
And then we walked by and we turned around the corner, and then he just turned, and he acted super cool, and then turned around. He's like, "Holy shit, that was insane!" And it made his whole night.
Yeah.
We didn't
Man,
get to
I
watch
wish-
a comedy show because everything was sold out, but that was fucking everything.
Dude, put it on silent, dude.
Dude, I'm getting fucking blown up. I just joined a Booger Eaters Alliance.
I swear to God.
I just got hit up. I just got made top Booger Eater of the year.
The lack of.
I'm gonna make Booger Eater awards. Biggest booger, nastiest cruncher.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
let's start that subreddit and we'll be moderators.
Oh, dude, it'll be
That'd be
huge.
sick. We should start that
Shout out to
subreddit.
all the Booger Eaters, dude.
That'd be
Why is
great.
the camera tilted like it's cool? Like it's like leaning on something. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like it's straight.
It's fine.
But no, it's just funny. The way that it'll fix in post. It's just the way the camera is tilted. It's
The
like
actual filming is straight and even,
it's fine.
but
Yeah, that is very
crooked
yeah.
in the upper arm.
Yeah, look at that
It's
thing.
going right and then left.
Looks like it's got scoliosis in this bitch.
Yeah, you know, I
figure it out.
well, it's because
Hell of a
the legs are just not. You just got to pull one of the legs
We
out.
get it open up all the way.
Yeah, dude, I love that
I always have problem
tripod.
opening legs, dude.
Welcome to the. Yeah.
Ain't never got pussy, man.
Tyler, when you when you go downtown on a lady,
Oh yeah.
do you have to put platform shoes on?
How dare you?
Yeah, you step on phone books to do doggy style.
Dude, I've honestly thought about getting a stool just for doggy.
You know what's crazy? I heard Brad Williams talking about it one time, and he said his favorite thing about being a midge is that when he's doing doggy style on a regular sized lady,
Yeah.
he's standing straight up. And that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what
Pretty cool.
You know what I also heard? Is that those midge conventions, fuck fest.
Really?
Yeah.
We can all go.
I'm not.
No,
going.
we can't go out. No, you
Oh
can't.
yeah, we none.
No, they would be fucking pissed. If I went into the midge convention and was like, time to get some pussy.
I got big, yo.
Yeah, they would be like, who's this big motherfucker? Because there's never a time where you're around hundreds of other little people. And so I've literally heard it's like orgies and like, I've heard it's like the Olympic Village.
Yeah, you got to watch where you step.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
know what
over
they
there.
have is you ever worked in a restaurant or seen like in a first aid kit? They have an infinite amount of those little finger condoms things because those are regular size condoms to them.
Really?
I thought they had normal.
That's
size
so
hogs.
nice. For
No
them to
way.
provide those.
If you were
for
a little
people.
person with a regular size hog, you'd be a fucking hero.
Yeah, dude.
You think they got regular? Well, you're right.
Yeah, we got Google.
Come on, dude. Pull up midget porn.
No, I don't want to look. What are you looking at? Midget porn?
My
Kevin's computer.
No, it's my computer.
No,
You look up whatever you want to look up. That's a safe space.
What
that
are you
computer.
trying to do? What are you trying to figure
I
out?
got some bookmarks already. I'm trying to figure out if little people have regular sized penises.
They do.
Says who?
Me.
What, you have proof? You have scientific documents?
Yeah, the penis.
You were the one who said nobody eats their boogers. Look, we just found out 110% of society eats their boogers.
I did not say nobody eats.
You said
their
nobody eats them, and you were trying to deflect off yourself.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Dude,
Roll the tape.
Hey, hear what you want to hear. You know what I mean? But I didn't say it.
What do we got?
They got average sized genitals, dude.
Told
Probably
you.
looks so big. You know when you shave your pubes and your penis, you're like, that's a nice piece.
Yeah,
Like, imagine you-
midget peens are the same size as regular peens. That's why, like the tripod on, on Austin Powers and all that stuff. That's legit. That's real.
Why didn't they have that in the "We Are the World" song?
I don't, dude. If you want to talk about something I'm passionate about, then that's it right there.
Midget dick.
There's no LPs in the "We Are the World" song, and honestly, like there's not a lot of representation of LPs in general society. You know what I mean? Like
They're getting fucked like hell on porn, though.
Have you seen a movie on anywhere that features an LP as a main character?
Mini-Me.
Well, Mini-Me, Willow. That's it.
You guys remember Vern
And
Troy?
Tyler over here, you're a star. He's such a nice guy. You know, he just says it doesn't bother him. You know, but
Do you remember on we got to wrap up right now, but do you remember on Celebrity Rehab where Vern Troyer would get all fucked up?
Oh, he just pee
Do you remember
everywhere?
the sound that he would make when he's like he was like fucked up on his scooter?
Yeah.
It was so sick.
I don't remember that. That
Dude,
sounds
old
great.
school reality was so good.
I don't even know if that was Celebrity Rehab or like Celebrity Big Brother, but he's just fucked up.
We should watch.
I heard he's a little party
That
animal.
show.
We should do a.
You know what I'm talking about.
We should do a reaction, like just a live stream of us watching Celebrity Rehab.
Get
I
Dr.
can
Drew
make
on.
that happen.
That would be sick. I want to do that. I think Tyler's got something with this live streaming thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, buddy, I just wanted to say that I love you, and we have to wrap up.
All right, folks. Just like prom night with the girl that's been with everybody, it's time to wrap it up, folks.
Bagfriespod@gmail.com. Send an email.
Write us a review, rate and subscribe. Go to fucking YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Share the stuff
All right.
with your friends.
Love you guys.
We'll see you next week. Peace and love
Yes.
in the Middle East.
Absolutely.